Welcome to my channel, and thanks for joining me in this class to unwind and really connect into our bodies. So let's start standing with the hands on the lower stomach. Take a deep breath in, filling the lungs all the way up. And as we exhale, feel the gentle contraction of the pelvic floor muscles and the stomach pulling in and gently lifting up. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. And deep breath out through the mouth. Noticing what's happening to the pelvic floor and what's happening to the stomach muscles. Let's keep one hand where it is on the stomach and place the other hand on the lower back. Again, taking a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, the front hand is going to help the stomach lift up, and the back hand's going to help the back lengthen down, as if we're dropping the tailbone down towards the heel. Again, inhale. Exhale, front hand lifts up as the back hand lengthens down. Let's just change hands. Again, inhale, exhale, lifting up in the front, lengthening down at the back. One last time, in and out. I'm going to place both hands on the sacrum. And you use the hands to bring the hips forwards, lengthen the spine, open the chest, and gaze up as far as comfortable for your neck. Bring the gaze back. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. Lift the stomach and glide the hands down the back of the legs until you can hold onto the ankles and use that grip to very gently stretch even deeper. Bring the hands to the front of the foot, and as you roll up, glide the hands up the front, sliding them back to the sacrum. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bringing the hips forwards, opening the chest, lengthening the spine as we extend it back. And exhale, chin comes to the chest, and the stomach lifts. The hands glide down. And using that to give us a slightly deeper stretch. Bring the hands to the front of the mat, walk the feet back. So we're in a pyramid position or downward facing dog position. And just pedal the feet a little bit. Any small movements that might feel good to do. And then stay for a moment, lengthening the spine. Breathing deeply and gently bring the knees to the floor. We're going to start stretching out the wrists. So bring the back of one hand to the floor, the toes are facing towards the knee. Rock forwards and then rock back as far as you need to get a good stretch on the back of the wrist. You can even bend the elbow to increase the stretch. Just rocking forwards and backwards, keeping the spine long and keeping the center engaged. Let's change to the other hand, back of the hand to the floor, fingers pointing towards us, rocking forwards and rocking back as much as necessary to get that good stretch for the wrist. Especially if you've been working on a computer, this is a really great one to do. So we're going to go back to the first hand. This time we're going to flip the hand so that the wrist is facing forwards. And again, just rocking forwards and backwards, maybe bending the elbow a little bit if you want. Keep the stomach lifting towards the spine. The side, rocking forwards and rocking back. Noticing how the breath flows in and out as we do this rocking movement. Bringing the hands back, and we're going to start circling around the wrist. So you can make this movement as big or as small as feels good. And let's change the direction of the circles. Open the knees a little bit wider. Take the hips back. Drop the forehead onto the mat. Really see how much you can relax the head down into the floor. And then walk the hands towards the left side, so you get a stretch on the right side of the body. Relax your forehead and breathe into the right side of the body, opening the ribs on the right side. Let's take it to the other side, walking over to the right, so you feel the left side of the body opening and breathing into that side. Let's come back to all fours, tucking the toes under. Press the hands into the floor, lift the stomach up, and bring the knees just a little bit off the floor. So shoulders down away from the ears and back down. Really beginning to engage the stomach muscles. Let's do that again. Pressing down, lift the stomach. And this time we're just going to twist the knees a little bit to the right and to the left, like a little side to side. And then set the knees down. We're going to keep the hips up high, drop the chest down and the head down to the mat to open up the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax the chest down towards the floor. One more deep breath in and out. Coming back to all fours. This time we're going to stretch both legs so that we're in a plank position. We're going to bend both knees to one side, twist them to one side, taking the hips back towards the heels and coming back forwards. And then to the other side, so twisting, pushing away from the hands and coming towards. Let's do that one more time. Either side, pressing the hands into the floor and coming back towards them. And pushing away from them, coming back, lifting the hips up. Gonna stay there for a moment. And then walk the feet towards the hands. Relax over, drop the head over. Just gently shake your head or nod your head, making sure there's no tension left in the neck. And press the feet into the floor to slowly roll up one vertebra after another. And open your legs to a wide position. We're going to slide the hands down the front of the thighs. Press the right hand into the knee. And as you do that, look over your left shoulder. Coming back. And to the other side, open the left knee with the left hand and look over your right shoulder. A really nice twist through the side of the body. Let's do it one last time either side. Press the hand to open the knee. Look over, gaze over the opposite shoulder. And let's do it to the other side. Press the left knee open. Look over the right shoulder. And then drop the hands down, lift the hips up. Just play with gently rocking from side to side, getting a nice gentle stretch in the front of the thighs, on the inside of the thighs. Come back to center, bend the knees, drop the hips, slowly rolling up. And then again, opening the knees, really pressing the knees open, reach the arms to the sides. We're going to take the right hand over the left, cross at the elbows. If you can, hold on to the hands. Drop the shoulders down as you lift the arms up a little bit more. Release it, stretch the legs, and we'll take that to the other side. So this time the left hand is going to come over the right. Cross the elbows, perhaps you can cross the hands as well. Might want to drop down even more, opening the knees, shoulders down, and release. Come to the front of the mat, and we're going to take an open-legged squat. So you can have your hands on the floor and just rock a little bit from side to side. Or if you don't need the hands on the floor, you can use your elbows to open the knees. And then just coming to stillness. Feel the hips dropping down as the head floats up. Take a moment to breathe there. And carefully and gently placing your hips onto the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the weight of the head just relax over. Relax the head. Relax the muscles of the face. And deep breath to really open the body, lengthen the spine. And let's slowly roll down to lying on our backs. So take a moment to notice the connection of the body down into the floor. Press the feet down into the floor and curl the hips just a little bit off the floor. And then relax. You might feel a little arch in your lower back. Just do that a few times, lifting up as you draw the stomach in. Keep the stomach connected as you release down. We're going to do that small rocking movement and take it a little bit faster. So we're going to rock ourselves to sleep with that movement. Should feel pretty nice. And really notice how it echoes through the spine so that maybe even you'll feel your head moving. And then bring the hips back to neutral. Place the hands on the thighs. Using one hand, press the thigh away so you get that really nice openness in the front of the thigh and back down. And then the other one, push the hand into the thigh. That hip can come off just a little bit. Press the hand, allow the hip to come off. And the other one, let's just do that rotation one more side, other side. Push with the hand. Open the front of the thigh. And one more time, and the other one. And let's take a pelvic bowl, as if the pelvis is a bowl full of water, and you want to move the water in a circular direction. So feel the massage of the lower back into the floor. And change the direction that the water is swirling around. And coming back to a neutral position, feeling the weight of the pelvis relaxed into the floor. I'm going to take a pelvic curl. So as you exhale, draw the stomach in, lift the hips and slowly rolling up one vertebra after another. Take a breath when you've got to the top. Inhale and exhale, slowly rolling down, working through one vertebra after another, all the way back to that neutral position. Again, so warming up the spine, massaging through the spine. Inhale at the top and exhale, slowly rolling down. One more time. Lift up, float the hips
up. Float the arms up to the ceiling and then reach the fingertips back. So really lengthening through your spine. Just let one side of the hip drop down, rotate and lift up, and the other side. Getting that really nice rotation through the hips. Keeping the top half of the body pretty much as it is. Let's do one more time either side. Lifting the hips up in center. Press the feet into the floor. Maybe we can go up just a little bit more. And softening through the spine, coming back to a neutral position. And clasping the hands behind the head. Take a breath in to lengthen. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up and feel the deep connection of the stomach muscles working. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to draw the stomach in even more. Let's just do this one more time. In and out. Relax the head back down, reach the arms overhead and reach the right leg out on the floor. You're going to press the left foot into the floor and allow the left side of the hip to come up. So again, that beautiful stretch on the left side of the body and drop down. Let's take that twice more. Press down with the foot. So if someone's pulling the knee forwards and someone else is pulling the hands back. And down. Just do one more. You're reaching as if you're yawning through the body. Drop the hips back. Clasp the hands behind the head. Bringing the head up, head and shoulders up, and this time reach your opposite shoulder towards the knee. So as if someone's pulling the elbow up to the ceiling. We're going to take little pulses here. Up, and 2, and 3, and 4 more. Keep the right leg long, right hip down. Stay there for a moment. Relax down. One more time, inhaling as you exhale, come up. This time we're going to keep the elbow where it is and lift the hip up and drop it down. So you should be feeling the oblique muscles on the left side of the body now. Lifting up and little pulses to stay here, pulsing up. Release down. We're just going to keep working on the left obliques a little bit more. Lift the leg up, lift the head and shoulders, and now as if someone's pulling the fingertips forwards on a diagonal, and take little pulses here, pulse and pulse. Drawing the stomach in, lengthening the right leg on the floor. Twice more. Stay there, really reach. Relax the head down. Hug the left knee in towards you. With the right hand, stabilize the right side of your hip and circle the left knee. So if you're massaging into the hip joint with this movement, and let's take it to the other side, circling in the opposite direction. Open the left hand, right hand over the knee. You can keep the foot close to the leg, or you can put it on the floor. Find what works best for you. And when you find the position that works for you, you're just going to stay there. Take a deep breath in, and then slowly exhale all the air out, allowing your body to surrender to gravity. More deep breath in and out. Before we take the other side, just come for a moment to lie on your back and notice if there's any difference between the two sides of your body. Sometimes you might even feel different on either side of your face. So just notice what that feels like for you. And then we're going to bend the right knee, place the right foot on the floor, reach the arms up, and we're going to the other side. So as if someone's pulling the right knee forwards, lift the right side of the hip up as you stretch the arms like a big yawn back. And down. Again, yawning into the stretch on the right side of the body. And release the hips back down. Let's take that one more time. Stay there, lengthening, breathing. Drop the hips back down, hands behind the head. Lift the head and shoulders up, and we're going to aim the shoulder to opposite shoulder towards the knee, as if someone's pulling up the elbow towards the ceiling. Take little pulses. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8. Relax the head down for a moment. And then bringing it up again, keeping it where it is, and lift the right hip up a little bit and drop it down. So you should be feeling the obliques on the right side. And down. One more time. Take little pulses with the hip up and up and up. Stay there for a moment. And then lift the right knee up. As we lift up, we're going to reach the left fingers to the opposite diagonal and reach. So we're stretching the left arm and the left leg. 2 more. Stay there. Keep lengthening the fingers away from you. And then relax the head down. Bring the knee in. Left hand stabilizes the left side of the hip. And right hand helps the knee to circle in the hip socket. Breathing deeply. And circle in the other direction. And take the left hand on the knee. Open the right hand. Notice where it feels best for you to place the foot. Find the twist and breathe deeply. So come back to lying on our backs. Hugging one knee into the chest. This time we're going to lift the head and shoulders up. And then relax everything back down to go to the other side. Pull the knee in, bring the knee in towards the forehead. This time we're going to stay there, lengthen the leg on the floor to lift it up. And we're going to go for a single leg stretch. We're going to change and change. Using the arms and using the stomach to bring the knee towards us. Let's continue with the crisscross, hands behind the head and aiming the opposite shoulder to the knee. And relax. Let's stretch the arms and stretch the legs, lengthening through the whole body, circling the arms on the floor. Hug the knees in and lift the head and shoulders up, and we're going to stay there for a double leg stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze all the air out. Bring the knees to your chest. Inhale like a big yawn and exhale. Just do 2 more of those. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and relax the head. Hold on behind your thighs to gently rock up and down a few times. Let's come to a sitting position. Stretch the right leg out, bring the left knee in, reaching the arms up and coming over. So hold on wherever you comfortably can. Relax the head over. And each time you exhale, draw the navel in, relax the top of the head over even more. One more deep breath in and out. Let's change legs. Left leg forward, right leg in, reaching up, lengthening the spine and releasing over. holding on wherever you comfortably can, and breathing in and exhale. 2 more big breath in, out. 1 more.
Let's come up, straighten both legs. We're going to bring the back of the hands together, and we're going to roll down and bringing the hands, drawing through the midline of the body, reaching them up overhead, circling the arms on the floor, peeling the head and shoulders up, and stretching forwards with the palms up. So palms in, drawing a line through the center of the body, circle the arms, lift the head and shoulders, palms up. 1 more time in this direction, back of the hand, so internally rotating in the shoulder, up, and reaching up, stretching forwards, and then we're going to reverse. So as you roll down, arms go down to the floor, back of the hand meets, bring the hands through the sternum, the navel, inside thighs, reach forwards, and twice more. Arms open to the side. Coming up with the backs of the hands pressing together, and stretch. Let's just take it 1 more time like that. And coming over, and stretch. Just come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Going to take a stretch to the side, so reaching the right arm up, walk the left fingertips to a place where you can really relax, and the elbow can drop down towards the floor, but try and keep the opposite hip relaxed down. So everything's going to stay in place, just the top hand is going to reach up, and then reach the fingertips towards the floor until you get a nice stretch on the right side of the neck. Breathe into that stretch, release into it, and let's take it to the other side. Up and over. So drop the elbow down towards the mat, ground your opposite hip down, and keep the head where it is. Just reach the fingertips up and away. It should feel like a really nice stretch for the side of the neck. Coming back, this time just the head. Drop the head over to the side. Take the left hand over towards right ear and use the hand to very gently increase the stretch. You might want to take the head back a little bit. Breathe into that, and 1 more time to the other side. So dropping the ear towards the shoulder, taking the hand over to the opposite ear, and stretching the side of the neck. Coming up, and let's walk the hands forward. Just drop over, relax. Deep breath in and out. Come up, and let's change the legs. Going to go for a twist. So right hand over the left knee, right fingertips on the floor. We're going to think of lifting up, lifting the pelvic floor muscles and stomach, and then twisting the head over the left shoulder. Shoulders are going to stay in place. We're just going to start with the gaze, taking it towards the right, and look over the right shoulder. And take the head back, looking over the left shoulder. Maybe you can twist a little further this time. 1 more time, start with the gaze, taking it all the way over to the right. and then over to the left. Going to stay on the left side, lift the left hand up, reach the fingertips towards the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the right ear towards the right knee and really open that whole left side of the body again. Allow the weight of the head to drop. Keep anchoring the left hip down into the mat. Come up, and let's do all that to the other side. Left hand on the right knee, right fingertips behind. So first of all, think of lengthening up and then rotating. Just going as far as feels comfortable for your back and for your neck. And then start with the gaze and turn to look over the left shoulder. Keep lengthening and back over the right shoulder. Again, lengthen over to the left, over to the right. Keep lengthening even more as the right arm floats up, and then the left ear goes towards the left knee, opening the right side of the body and seeing how much you can let go. Breathe and relax into this position. Coming back to center, walking your hands forwards, really releasing the top of your head towards the floor. Coming up one vertebra after another. Stretch the legs out long. You might want to keep a soft bend if that feels better for you. Lengthen your neck up and then drop your head down towards your knees. Just take a moment to breathe into this. And then coming up. If possible, keep your hands behind your head and slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra to lie on your backs. Elbows open to the floor. Bend the right knee, place the right foot on the floor and cross the left knee over. And we're going to take both knees over to the right side. Use deep stomach muscles and the oblique muscles to bring the knees back. And then both legs go over to the left. Bringing it back, let's do that one more time either side. Over to the right. Back using the stomach. Over to the left. Back to center. Open the arms to a T position. Bring the legs up towards you. And again, both legs go over to the right as far as it feels good for you. And bringing them back. And over to the left. Just one more time, either side. To the right, opening the arms. And back. One last time to the left. Keeping the shoulders wide and open. Back, and let's change legs. So place the left foot on the floor, cross the right knee over it. Let's bring the hands behind the head. And let's take both knees over to one side. And use the stomach to bring them back. And to the other side. Let's do that one last time, like this to either side. And bring it back. Keep the knees where they are. Just float them up. Open the arms. And again, from side to center. To the other side. And up. One last time, either side.
up. And last one. And up. Take a really nice side stretch. So bring your hips to the right side of the mat. Stretch both legs and both arms over to the left so that we're in a banana shape. You can either hold onto your wrist or onto your elbows. And if you want a deeper stretch, hook your right ankle over your left leg. And really breathe into that opening on the right side of the body. Breath in and out. Just one more time. One more big breath. And let's do that to the other side. So pick up your hips and take them to the left side of the mat. The arms and the legs go over to the right so that we're in a banana shape, either holding onto the wrist or onto the elbow. And perhaps crossing the left foot over the right one. And breathing into that stretch on the left side of the body. And come back to center. Let's roll over to lying on the side. Legs along. Lift the stomach and we're going to reach the top leg away from us until it floats up. Doesn't have to be very high, but super long, and floats back down. Just a couple more like that. You really get that sensation of length in the top leg, lengthening up and down. One more time. Reach it away and back down. This time keep the leg so it's about hip height, and now the bottom leg comes up to meet the top one and drops down. Lengthening both legs. Bottom leg meets the top one and comes down. One more time. This time we're going to glue the inside thighs together and lengthen both legs down and away, away and up. Really reaching out. If you don't need the support for the fingertips, you can always take the arm up to the ceiling. I need the support. We're going to stay there. Keep lengthening the tips of the toes away from the tips of the fingers and the top of the head. And then we're going to bend the knees and draw ourselves into a tight little ball. And then stretch, and if you can, stretch the arms away from the legs. And in, rounding the spine, lengthening the whole body. Let's just take it one more time. In, stay in that small little ball for a second. From here we're going to bring ourselves up to a mermaid position, placing the hand on the hip, and use the hand to initiate the rotation of the hip, which moves the spine, the shoulders and the head, and then initiate taking the hip down, which in turn moves the whole body. Let's just take that a couple more times. Hip rotates all the way until the head looks back behind you, and bring it down. Head looks in the other direction. So this time we're going to stay looking forwards, place the hands on the mat, walk forwards. You can relax the head down here, or if you want a little bit more of a stretch, keep going a little bit more towards the left. So again, getting a good stretch on the right side of the body. So just find the position that feels good for you. And take a few deep breaths here. Use your arms to bring you back up. And let's go to the other side. So coming to lying. The legs really long. Lengthen the top leg way until it floats up. and lengthen it all the way back down. Again, reaching it away as you lift the stomach up and down. One more to really get that sense of length through from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers. And keep the leg so it's hip height. Lengthen the bottom leg, bring it up and reach it down. Lengthen to lift and down. So we're going to keep both legs glued together as they lengthen and lower, lengthen and lift. Reach them away. So it's not a very high movement, but really want to create as much length as possible through the body. And then stay there and round through the spine. Bring yourself into a tight little ball. And then as you lengthen, see if you can reach both arms away from both legs. And in. And reaching out. One more time, rounding and stretching like a big yawn. Last time, rounding. Let's come to the mermaid position. Left hand on the left hip to initiate the movement of the hip. And there's a rotation through the whole spine and then the head. And the hips start to go down. Look to the other side. Again, rotate, gazing back. And bringing the hip down. Looking over your left shoulder. This time we rotate, placing both hands on the mat and walking forward. So either staying here or taking it even further towards the right for a deeper stretch. And really softening the forehead into the mat. Another deep breath here. Let's come onto the forearms, pressing the forearms into the mat, stretching the legs out. And just taking a gentle rock forwards and backwards. And then bringing the hips down, pressing into the forearms to open the chest. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the mat, open the chest, gaze forwards, and perhaps even take your gaze up if it feels good for your neck, bending the elbows and relaxing down. Again, pressing down, opening the chest, and we're going to stay there and play with looking over one shoulder and the other shoulder. And you might even want to circle your head a little bit if that feels good. Just finding whatever small movements feel good here. And taking the hips back to a rest position. Let's take a lunge, bring the right foot forward. And as we did at the beginning, think of lifting your stomach up and lengthening your tailbone down. Stay there for a moment with the hands on the knees, relaxing your shoulders down. And open the right knee a little bit to the side, bringing the right hand on the inside of the right foot. You can choose to stay here on your arm, on your hands, or if you want a deeper stretch, drop back down onto your forearms and keep lifting the stomach as you do that. And you need to drop into the stretch, give in to gravity. And then we're going to bring the leg, so we're trying to get it as open as possible. Stretch the left leg back, open the chest, inhale, and then walk yourself forwards. Relax the head and arms, and again, trying to surrender to gravity. Breathing deeply in and out. And we're going to take all that to the other side. So coming up, bringing the left foot forward. Think of lifting the center up as you drop your tailbone down, almost curving it forwards, opening the chest, opening the collarbones. Open the left knee, place the left hand onto the inside of the foot. You can either stay there or maybe to get a deeper stretch, drop down onto your forearms. This is a really deep stretch, so breathe into it. Soften into it. And we're going to open this angle as much as feels possible. Reach the other leg back. Open the chest and walk forwards. So either let your forehead rest onto the mat, or it might feel comfortable to place your hands underneath your foreheads to breathe here. One more deep breath here. Let's come back to lying on our backs. Reach the legs up, softly bend the knees, and hold on wherever you can. So you might want to hold on to your feet or to your calves, and just rock a little bit from side to side. So one option would be just to stay here. Only if it feels good for your back, take your legs up over your head, place your hands on your lower back, reaching the legs up and opening them, and again, just playing with any gentle movement that feels good here. When you've had enough, bring yourself back. We'll all spend another moment in this happy baby position, very gently rocking from side to side, and then just allow your body to really relax and drop into the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill your lungs with air, and as you exhale, allow any tension that might be left to sink into the floor. Let it drain out of your body. Breathing in new energy. And as you exhale, let any tension or stress just drain out of your body and be soaked up by the floor. So please take as long as you want to lie there and relax. I hope you enjoyed this class and feel a little calmer. And please subscribe if you'd like to do some more free classes with me.